And the government is set to run out of funding on Friday unless lawmakers can reach a deal. House Republicans released their plan to avert a shutdown, but it looks like they'll have to get it passed without any Democratic support before it heads to the Senate. Let's bring in ABC's Jay O'Brien on Capitol Hill. Jay, what's in this latest plan, and does it have enough support to pass the full Congress?
Yeah, Speaker Johnson and House Democrats unveiling it over the weekend. This plan extends government funding through the end of the fiscal year into September. But really, one of the most notable things about this is that Speaker Mike Johnson, if he goes forward with this plan, which there is no other option right now, and it goes on the floor for a vote as early as tomorrow, which is what we expect, is going to have to do something here that he's never had to do before, which is avert a government shutdown largely without the help of Democrats. Now, Republicans have had to or tried to go it alone to avert shutdowns before. They have never been successful because they've never gotten the hardliners in their own party to vote for any temporary government funding measure because they have ideological opposition, those hardliners do, to any kind of temporary extension of government funding. They don't think it's how the government should be funded. So in December, the last time there was a temporary government funding measure, and in September, the time before that, more Democrats voted for the temporary extension of government funding than Republicans did. But now Democrats are saying they have issue with this plan that Mike Johnson has put forward. It doesn't do enough in their view to protect things like Medicaid. Some Democrats have said to me plainly that it's not their government, in their view, to keep open because they have such opposition to what the Trump administration and what Republicans in Congress are doing. So it looks like Mike Johnson is going to have to keep his House Republican conference together in large part to vote for this and can't bank on many Democratic votes. He's got the support here of President Trump to do this. President Trump posted over the weekend that he wants, quote, no dissent from House Republicans here. And we aren't hearing the same level of House Republican opposition we've heard in the past to temporary government funding measures. So things look good for the speaker, but still, he's going to have to pull off something here, most likely, Diane, that he hasn't had to before.
Jay, what if they don't reach a deal by Friday?
Well, it has sweeping impacts, of course, across the government. If there is no temporary government funding move by Friday, it would impact the pay of the 3 million or so government workers. Some would work without pay who are in critical jobs like TSA, air traffic control, et cetera. Others would just not be paid and not show up to work. Again, a cascading impact. Troops would go without pay, et cetera. But there isn't a significant appetite up here on Capitol Hill for a government shutdown, Diane, even amongst the hardline Republicans that I talked to. So there is a sense that if Mike Johnson is able to pull this off and able to keep House Republicans together, that if it gets kicked over to the Senate, even if there are some Senate Democrats who have significant opposition to this as well, as House Democrats do, that it will jam the Senate, add additional pressure onto the Senate, and they will have to act in some way, shape, or form to try to avert a shutdown, because, again, there is little appetite up here on Capitol Hill for one.
All right, Jay O'Brien on Capitol Hill, thank you.